Okay guys, so in my previous video on the cash book, I covered the theory aspect of the cash book, such as what is a cash book, purpose, and types of cash book uses, among others. A link to that video is placed down below. You can check it out if you haven't seen it. Now let's get right into preparing the two-column cash book. Now we're going to use our activity over here, or activity 1.1, to prepare the two-column cash book. Previously, before this presentation, I would have showed some slides onto the steps to take when preparing the cash book, how to balance off the cash book, and so on. So let's get right into it. So we are required here to write up the two-column cash book for K Smart from the following details and balance off as at the end of the month. So the year for this activity is 2018, and we are preparing the cash book for October. Now our first transaction says proprietor puts capital into a bank account for the business. So let me just correct this quickly. For the business. Right. Now, remember now that your cash book from our previous lesson have a debit side. So on this side is your debit side, which is also the receipt side. And on this side, it's the credit side, which is also the payment side. Just to be clear, any money coming into the business either by cash or bank will go on the receipt side, your debit side. Any money going out by payments either by cash or bank will go on the credit side. So let's read the first transaction again. October 1. Proprietor puts capital into a bank account for the business. So put in our date, October. So we're going to shorten October 1, put in the detail, capital, right? And it was put into the bank account of 5,500. So we put it under the bank column. Receive it. Next transaction, October 2. Receive check from T Vassal. So some money was received from, maybe T Vassal is a debtor to the business, a customer, and she made some payment, he or she. So we receive some money. So we go to the debit side of our cash book here and we put in our information. October, that's 2. Put in the detail. Where did we get it from? We get it from T Vassal. And by check, so we go to the bank section and we put in the amount for check, which is 2,500. Then we move to October 5, cash sales. So here, this transaction is telling us that we sold some goods by cash. We received the cash, so we have to go to the debit side, the receive side. So we put in October 5, sales. That was how we received the money, and we received cash of 4,200. Very good so far. So we move on to October 8. October 8, cash paid into bank. Cash paid into bank. So I want to just go ahead and highlight October 8 because I'm going to explain something about October 8. So let's highlight this transaction. Cash paid into bank. When we have transactions like this, this is known as a contra entry. A contra entry exists where a business transaction affects both sides of the account. For example, the proprietor took money out of the business and put into the business bank account. In this case, it is going to affect both the receipt and the payment side. So for example, the proprietor would have took some money out of the cash dealt and take it and bank it into the business bank account. So here we have a contra entry. So once there's a contra entry, it will affect both sides of the cash book. So let's examine October 8 again. Cash paid into bank. So on the receipt side, which is the debit side, first we're going to look what did we receive. So we put in October 8th, and we are going to say to help you to correctly record the contra entry, because students tend to sometimes find this hard, or they might make mistake when recording it. So to help you, the first thing you ask yourself, what did you receive? Based on the question, based on the transaction rather, you receive cash. So you put that in the detail column. Where did you get this cash from? Bank. So you put the amount under the bank column. Then you go to the credit side of the cash book, which is the payment side. Put in your date, October 8th, and then you say, what did you pay out? What did you pay out? Cash, 400. How did you pay it out? By bank. So once you ask yourself this question, you can never go wrong when recording contra entry. And in your follow column, you put the letter C to show that this is a contra entry. Very good. All right. So we're going to move on to October 12. Paid check to S. Miller. So this means that you would have paid out some money to maybe a supplier. So you're going to go to the credit side of the account, which is your payment side, and you're going to put in your date, October 12, detail S. Miller. S. Miller. And you paid S. Miller by check. So you go to your bank column and you put in check of $1,080. October 15, withdraw cash from the bank for personal use. Now, oftentimes people tend to say that, okay, this is a contra entry. That's October 15 we're looking at. And because it says withdraw cash from bank. Now, when it is for personal use, it is not a contra entry. It is called drawings. It means that the proprietor would have taken money out of the business to do his personal business, maybe to pay his personal vehicle insurance or to go out on a vacation. All right, so when this happens, when it is for personal use, it is not a contra entry, it is drawings. So you take some money out, you have to go to the payment side to record this. So let's put in it October 15, and the account is called drawings. Remember, it is not a contra entry when it is for personal use. Drawings, and you took out that money. You took out cash from bank. So you took it out from bank, 700. All right. So then we move to October 18. Pay wages by cash. It is a payment. So we go to the credit side, put in our date, October 18. What did we use the money for? Wages by cash of 210. Final transaction, October 20. Cash sales paid directly into bank. This is not a contra entry as well. All right. So read the transaction carefully. Cash sales paid directly into bank. What this means is that you sold some goods for cash, but you did not put the money in the cash deal. You take it and deposit it in the bank account. So let's record this. October 20. Sales, but it was deposited directly into the bank account. Once you're finished recording your transaction, you are going to balance off the cash book. To balance off the cash book, we are going to use 5 or maybe 4 simple little steps to help you to balance off the cash book. So step 1, we are going to compare the cash column on both sides. The cash column on the payment side and the cash column on the receipt side. Alright, that's step 1. So the cash column on the receipt side is 4,200, while the cash column on the payment side is 610. Now, you are going to take this step 2. Take the smaller side from the larger. Step 2, take the smaller side from the larger. So this side is 610. So we are going to take 610 from 4,200. So let's record it here. So this side is 4,200. All right. So let's put a line here. 4,200, and the payment side is 610. So we're going to take 4,200 to 610, from 4,200. So in this case, we are going to be left with a balance CD of 3,590. So let's go through the step. I speed through just now, and I want to ensure that you grasp this concept. So step 1, compare both sides. So this side is 4,000. So backing up a bit, so to ensure that you get the concept. So step 1, compare both sides. So the cash side here is 4,002. The cash side here is 610. Step 2, you're going to take the smaller side from the larger. So we're going to take 610 from 4,200. The difference is known as the balance CD. You're going to place the difference on the small side. So step 3, you're going to place the difference. It is known as the balance CD. So balance CD, and you're going to place it on the smaller side, right? So when you take 610 from 4,002, you're left with 3,590. Now, when you place the difference on the smaller side, both sides now equals the same. So this side is now 4,200. Clear, everybody? Now, the balance CD on the payment side, which is the small side, the small amount to make both sides the same, will be the balance BD on the receipt side at the start of the next period. So we were completing it for October, so the next period would be November 1st. Balance BD 3,590. So the cash column is now balanced. When both sides are the same, we double line to show that it is now balanced. Alright, so we double line here. Now, same procedure. 1, compare both sides. So we compare the debit side of the bank account and the credit side of the bank account. The debit side, when we total 5,500 plus 2,005 plus 400 plus 2,277. It gives us a total of 8,677. So 8,677. Now on the credit side, the total bank is 1,780. 1,780. So if we're to follow the steps, first we compare, second we take the smaller side from the larger. So 1,780, we're going to take that from 8,677. When we do that, we put the difference, when we do that, we put the difference on the smaller sides to make both sides the same. So when we do our calculation, the difference would be 6,897. All right, so let's underline here. So now this side is 8,677. So both sides, they are now the same. So we double line to show that the account is balanced. Yes, we double line to show that the account is balanced. And then we now move to the debit side of the account to record the balance BD. So the balance BD is the same as the balance CD. It's just that they appear on opposite side, and the balance CD is at the end of the previous period, and the balance BD is at the start of the next period. So the balance CD and the BD, they are always the same amount. It's just that they are on opposite side. So we're going to put in the amount for balance BD, which is 6,897. All right.